What's up guys, it's Alyssa and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm doing a video of how to get PR. So first off, I'm just going to start with what PR stands for. It stands for Public Relations, and I'm not really going to go into like the exact definition of it, but I'll just give a little overview of what it is. So pretty much brands will send an influencer or an MUA or MUE or a blogger, anything like in that realm of things, will send them their products, and they don't specifically say, oh, you have to promote it, but it's kind of like, you know, I can't think of the word, but it's pretty much like intended for you to promote it and to use it so that people can see the product being used. So I asked you guys on Instagram a while ago, like a really long time ago, to ask me questions about PR for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and get those and answer those questions first before I go into anything else. Okay. So I'm not going to say the people's names because I of course not asked them if I could say their name on this video, so I'm just going to let you guys know what the questions are. So somebody asked, do you ask brands for PR or do they reach out to you? And honestly, it goes both ways. So brands do find it really rude if you go straight into, hey, can you send me some free products? Because that's not how it works. So please don't do that. That's not how it works. But you can, not when say ask, don't go asking brands for products, but maybe if you've used a brand before, if you're really interested in working with that brand, you can send them an email and just make it very professional. I'm not going to go through exactly, like show you guys exactly mine, but I'll actually find one and read it to you guys. I won't read it word for word, but I'll give a summary of what it says. So what I pretty much do is I introduce myself, give them my name, what I do. So I'm a beauty/fashion influencer and YouTuber. And then you can kind of change this around a little bit. Some people like going from introducing themselves to giving their numbers, like how many followers they have, links and stuff. I usually go from introducing myself to saying, like, if I've used something from them before, I'd be like, oh, I really love, like for Derma E, I love their scar gel. You guys know if you watch my skincare videos for acne and stuff, I swear by that stuff. That's the only type of thing that I found that actually helped my acne and my acne scars. So like if I was going to email them, I would definitely mention how I love that product. You don't need to go on and on and on about how, oh my gosh, I love this product, it's my holy grail. Oh my goodness, you don't need to go crazy, but definitely if you have used their products, it's nice to mention that in there so they know that you're familiar with their brand. And then, yeah, you can kind of go into like the amount of followers you have. Definitely have your links in there. So I'd put like I have 5K followers on Instagram. My Instagram, I always say my Instagram is like, I give the @ and then my Instagram, and then I put here's the link, so they have the link also. And I also do it for my YouTube, and I tell them how many subscribers I have, and there's my YouTube. And then you kind of can say whatever you want to say, but don't say, can you give me free products? Because one, that is not what becoming an influencer or anything like that's not what it's for. If you're going into this just for free product, you're not going to get anywhere, and brands will notice that, and you're not going to get the free product. But you pretty much can say, like, if you're looking for anyone to review or test your product, I'd love to be considered for that. You know, or you could just, if you're not wanting free product and you want to collab with them with something, you can definitely mention that in the email also. It's all kind of up to you, but if you guys kind of want a more in-depth, like, I can't even think of the word. If you want me to go more in-depth with how to structure the email and all that, you can definitely DM me on Instagram. I'm totally open to helping you guys. Of course, I'm not going to give you guys word for word of, oh, here's my email, here's how I do it, because everybody's different. So it's going to turn out differently. Back onto the question of, do you ask brands for PR, do they reach out to you? Like I said, it goes both ways. You can reach out to them. Brands also do reach out to me. This is just from what I've experienced. I've done both, where I've reached out to brands and I've gotten yes and you get no. Sometimes you get no response. But if you don't get a response, and some brands, they take a really long time to respond. So please don't go and email them again and be like, hey, did you get my email, blah, 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 blah. Like, just don't. Send the email and let it go. If they respond and it's a type of email where they need a response back, then respond, but don't harass them with emails, and don't just, that's just not the way to go. For brands reaching out to you, I would suggest, if you have your Instagram as a business account, definitely, I have it in my bio of you can email me at this email, but then I also have the email click button that you can click on, and that's like the exact same email that's in my bio. So I have it as both, so they can see it right there, or they can click the email button. And then the next question is, what following did you hit when you started getting PR? And some people would say, oh, you should just have one specific number. I have multiple numbers because I think it was around like a little over 1,000 followers or so. I got like my first PR package from Dodo Lashes. I'm not trying to like diss the brand or anything, but they pretty much send PR to everyone, and that's great. They're getting their product out there. They're also really cheap, and the lashes actually lasted quite a while for me. I do have a discount code, but this is not the time for that. But if you guys want, I'll leave it down in the description box. But yeah, if you're starting out, that is a great company to reach out to. They're very supportive. They will send you a pair of lashes. They do come from China, so they do take a really long time to get here, but eventually they do get to their destination. So definitely, if you're starting out, I would say you can go to that brand. I'm not going to say, oh, they send PR to everybody, because I don't know that, but everybody who I've talked to who has reached out to them about it, they've gotten PR sent to them. So definitely, that was like my first ever PR, was around that many followers, but that was kind of it. I didn't really get that much. Then I'd say around 3,000 followers is where it started picking up, like a little bit more. It was like here and there. It wasn't like constantly like every week. I was like every day of the week I was getting packages. It wasn't like that, but it was like every now and then I would get packages. And then once I hit 5K followers, I have been getting a lot more packages. It was to the point where I was getting not just one package every single day of the week, but multiple packages every single day of the week. And at one point, like half of my room, because like I do school, I'm enrolled in high school and college at the same time, and I do a bunch of other things that I'm involved in, so I wouldn't always be able to get to the packages right away, and like half my room was filled with PR packages at one point because they just kept coming and coming, and I just couldn't get to opening them. And then my mom got at me about it and was like, you need to get all those boxes out of your room. I'm like, well, they all have stuff in them. And she's like, well, you need to take it out. So that was actually going to be in this video, but it's not because all those boxes are now removed. But yeah, once I hit 5K was when it really started going up, getting a lot more packages. I've heard, I'm not at 10K followers yet, but I've heard once you hit 10K followers, you usually get a lot more brands, because a lot of brands have it at their, like, this is sad to say, but a lot of brands won't work with you unless you have 10K followers. Like, a lot of brands have that as the lowest is 10K. So you're not going, most likely, I'm not trying to like say you're not going to receive PR at all, but most likely you're not going to get like the bigger brands until you hit 10K. That's how it's been for a lot of the people that I know. Some people have gotten it when they've had less than 10K, like the ABH, the Anastasia Beverly Hills PR search. People under 10K, I've got it, Anastasia, Ravina, all of them, they're absolutely amazing, but just like, let's just put them to the side. All the other brands, a lot of them, like even on their website, will say 10K is the minimum. So just keep that in mind. There's also some brands who say they won't put you on their PR list unless you're 18. So some of them have like a minimum age, and for some of them it was 18. I know a couple of brands that wanted to work with me were like, okay, you have to be 18, and I'm like, well, I'm not 18. I'll be 18 on April 28th, which I think is when I'll probably be posting this video. So if those brands still wanted to work with me, then they could at that time. But when they were first contacting me, I was like, well, I'm not 18, so I can't do it. But yeah, there's that. And I don't know. For 5K followers, you do get a little bit, but just want to say, like, work your way. You're going to work your way up. Brands will start noticing you and all that. And also just want to mention, some people don't really know how much PR I get because I don't have a section on my Instagram that says PR. I have one that says discount codes because I like that a lot better. I'm not gonna say I hate when accounts have things of like PR and it's like they have 5 of the little like highlights of PR and they're just bragging about all the free stuff they're getting, and I'm like, I just don't like that. Like, I'm not saying I don't like the people, but I just don't like doing that. Like, that's not for me. So I never put out there like, oh, this is, like, I don't have a PR highlights, but if brands do send me stuff and they give me a discount code, then I put a picture of what they sent with the discount code on the little screen or whatever, so that you guys can use that discount code. Half the time, well, not even half, like the majority of the time, I'd like to say like 90 to 95% of the codes that brands give me aren't affiliate codes. They're just codes for you guys to use so I don't make any money. So I do have like a few of the things here, but it's nowhere near all of it, and I'm not going to mention brands because some brands say like, please don't, like I've literally had emails where they say don't mention us, like that you got this in PR, because then they get other influencers saying, oh, can you send me PR and stuff like that. But guys do need to understand that brands, like, they put money into this, so when they're giving out free stuff, they're losing money, so they can't send it out to everybody. But I do have here a couple of supplements, and I also got other skincare products from that brand. I have a bunch of masks in here that were all sent for PR. I've actually used this in a video before. And then here, I recently got sent this. I haven't used it yet, but I also got sent this. And that's literally the only stuff from PR that is in my room, because they're like boxy stuff, so moving them to a different room really didn't mean anything when it's all filled up. So there's that. One of the other questions is, how do you get brands to notice your page? And just, you gotta be, well, you don't technically have to be consistent, but it's best to be consistent with posting. Also post high quality like pictures. I know not everybody can invest in a camera. I'm not saying you need to do that, but use whatever you have to get the best quality with like your phone or whatever you're using. Use that, whatever you have. And then for some reason I can't think today, work on, like, if you're a makeup influencer or whatever, you do your makeup, really work on your skills and building your skills and working on that, because some people can have like really good like quality, like crisp images, but if they don't have the talent that the brand is looking for, then it doesn't, they're not going to want to work with you. So you need to have an equal level of both. So kind of, yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's pretty much how to get brands to notice your page. It's just you keep up the good work, whatever work that you're doing, and continue to work on everything. Like, I'm continuing to work on all of my makeup skills and my posting and my quality and everything. So that's really all the advice I could give, unless, I don't know, you don't really necessarily have to go buy that brand's products. It is going to be beneficial for you to do that, because if they see you using their products and you tag them and they see that, that's a way to get their attention. But I mean, if you tag them in something and you're not even using their products, that's just going to tick them off. So I suggest not doing that, because that's actually really not good. But definitely, if you have money, or if you've been wanting to try something from one of the brands, definitely do that, and you can tag them in your picture when you use it. And also, a lot of brands have, like, in their bio, they have like a hashtag that they want you to use if you use their products. Oh, I would just suggest using those hashtags that they have, and also just like hashtag their brands. If you're using Anastasia Beverly Hills, you do hashtag Anastasia Beverly Hills, or hashtag ABH, whatever. That's definitely a good way for brands to notice your page. Also wanted to mention that if a brand tries to make you pay for PR, or says like, hey, we'll give you this discount code of you get 20% off whatever you purchase, and then they give you another discount code for your followers, that's not PR. Also, if they say, oh, it's free but you pay for shipping, that is not PR. PR is supposed to be completely free, so don't let I'm not trying to like diss smaller brands, but it's usually the smaller brands that tend to do that, try to take advantage of like smaller influencers and stuff like that. Don't let that happen to you. That is not how PR works. So please just don't fall for that. If a brand truly likes your work and wants to work with you, they will send you PR for free. That is how it's supposed to work. So don't let any of those other brands try to tell you, oh, this is how PR works, because it's not. It's just not. I also wanted to mention that there are some brands that are really specific with like what you have to do. Like, I'm not going to say the brand, but one of the brands that I have worked with were like, okay, you have to do this type of video, you have to post this type of video on your story, you have to do this many things. Like, there was a lot to it, and I love the brand. I'm not going to say the brand, but I absolutely love their product, so I'm not going to mention it. But there are certain brands that want you to do specific things. Some brands are super specific. I haven't worked with this brand. I'm not going to say the brand, but they're super specific of, oh, you have to have a pink background. I know if you use one of our specific products, you can't use any other like of that type of product from another brand for a whole entire year. So I've heard that there's I'm not going to say the brand, but there's one specific brand that is like that, and there are other brands out there that do make you sign contracts. So please make sure you read through it completely if you are going to sign a contract with a brand. Read through that completely. It's very, very important. Alright, I also wanted to kind of mention something. Somebody did ask like how many followers I had when I started getting PR. It's going to be different for everybody, because some people who don't even have 1,000 followers yet are really, really talented, and some brands will want to work with them. But at the same time, it's going to depend, because brands want it to be beneficial for them also. So if you don't have, you know, a really good following, but you're super, super talented, you may be overlooked because you're not getting like really good exposure for that brand. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to say, I feel like 1,000 followers and above is a good place to, like a good number to start looking for brands to get PR from. But like I said, from my own personal experience, when you start and you only have 1,000, you don't get that much. So don't expect to get a bunch of brands. You're not going to, but you can start reaching out to brands if you want. At the same time, I just want to put out there, don't be somebody who has 1,000 followers and is wanting to work with a brand who has, I don't even know how many followers a brand has, but let's say they have 10 million followers. If you have 1,000 followers, or not even 1,000 followers, and they have 10 million, you're not going to give them any type of exposure when they have that type of following. So just keep in mind that brands also want it to be beneficial towards them, because they are giving you products for free, which is technically they're losing money by giving you products for free. So just want to tell you guys to keep that in mind. I'm not saying you're not going to get PR from anybody. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible. I think that's where this video is going to come to an end. There's not that much more I can really go into about getting PR. There's just really not. If you guys do have more questions on this, you can always DM me. I might, if I get enough other questions, if people want me to go more in depth on certain things, I'll definitely do another video. But this is where this video is going to end, because there's not really much more to go on. But thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and you can comment any questions down below that you have. If not, you can always DM me. I'll leave my Instagram in the, I can't think. I'll leave my Instagram in the description box in case you're not following me already. You can click down there and you can DM me if you have any further questions and you don't want to leave a comment. I know some people are like that, they don't want to leave comments that everybody can see, so you can, my DMs are always open for anything. If you guys ever need anything, it's always open. So keep that in mind and stay tuned for more videos.